All right, so this is the fifth hive inspection. I've got Roger with me. So this is the outer cover. This is the inner cover. This has been crooked. So my concern today is that the last inspection I did last week, before that I didn't have any problem, but last week I didn't see any queen bees in this hive. This is our beetle trap. It just has oil in it, just so we can see if there's any hive beetles, because they'll fall into the oil. Try not to knock that over. I'm gonna move that because I know I'm gonna end up knocking that over. So when I get in here, first thing I usually do is separate everything so that you can pull the frames out. So there's nothing on these, but you can see how there's a little bit of light. That's where this was all just black when I put it in there, and that's the beginnings of where they're applying wax to it to be able to draw that comb up. So it all starts like that, unless you don't have a foundation. That black plastic is the foundation, or this white plastic. And you can see the same thing. They're drawing up the wax out. That one's heavy. That one's got all kinds of, what is that?
Cat brood, I think.
Cat brood, good job. See these right here? See those right there, the bubbly ones?
Mm-hmm.
That is drone brood.
Look at all the bees.
And the other ones, cat brood. And you can see all that is kind of their feeding brood.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really on a quest to find the queen in all of this. And I feel like she should be in here because we have all this brood. It's not
What's the cluster about?
Where?
Right over there.
This?
Yeah, where are they clustering?
Maybe cleaning up. I don't see. If you blow on them, they move. It's better than the brush. I used to use the brush for trying to move the bees. You're the one you were talking about, the hive brush. And then I heard this year that if you just blow on them,
They'll move.
Or you can just kind of take your not gloved hand and just kind of easily kind of tap, and they'll kind of move away, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if that makes you nervous, then you can just blow on them. All right, so let's see if we can find a queen. I don't see any eggs, but it's hard to see. But if you look, see, if you look in here,
Mm-hmm.
can you see in there with the camera?
Maybe.
There's tiny little, can you see them, little
Oh yeah, the tiny itty bitty
larvae,
ones. Yeah.
right? You see them, and they're growing. So the eggs hatch after about 3 days. The eggs hatch into them, and they're floating in like the royal jelly.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is kind of the beginning of them, and then they fill them, that white that you can see on top of some of them. So as you get away from them, this one's up here. Sorry, these little ones are freshly born, and these other ones have been fed, so they're kind of packed in there, and you can see they're getting filled up. And then see, like, that's getting pretty full. And then once they get full, then they get capped, and that's the capped brood. And then they chew their way out when they develop. So these were eggs recently, and they've kind of grown. And you can see those are new. That's, even at that point, it's maybe been hatched at most 3 or 4 days. And it was only an egg for like 3 days. So I say, I didn't see the queen last week, right? But for that to be at that stage, there had to be a queen in here 7-8 days ago. So there's still signs that the queen is there, which is good news. And to be fair, I'm not amazing at finding queens.
Are those the nursery bees?
The nurse bees are the youngest bees. So when they hatch out, the smallest bees are the nurse bees. They take care of them. All of these are nurse bees up here. All of these little ones. See the little bodies to them?
Mm-hmm.
Those are all nurse bees. I'm kind of getting sidetracked. I'm supposed to be looking for the queen. Let's see if we can find her. Off the edge. You don't really see eggs here either, so I'm not convinced she's up here. I'm gonna take this and move it over here. And these guys are just gonna deal with it. These ladies. They're just gonna deal with it. There you go. I'm gonna set this one on top.
Don't squish any.
Right now. I'm gonna set this down in here. And you want to take them out and put them back in the same order, in the same direction and everything from what was
They're making one cake over there.
in that one. Yeah.
That's it.
There's a emerging right there. You can see. You see it?
Yep.
Yep.
They're walking on top of it.
They've got work to do.
So?
Okay. Once again, see, there's a bunch of little, I don't know if you can see in there. You can get that in focus.
Yeah, you can see them partially.
Yep, bunch of little ones. And you can see these small-bodied ones. Those are the nurse bees.
Why do they like dive into there?
Don't quite know exactly how they do everything that they do for this.
That one right there's
Like where they're
in there.
completely inside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're feeding. We'll have to do some more research. There's still a lot of bees on here. Let me know if you think you see the queen while you're at it.
Right there's another cluster
Mm-hmm.
of bees.
They're really piled up right here. See this?
Yeah.
Come on. What are
How
you guys
come they
doing
all
there?
like vibrate?
Hmm?
How come they're always like vibrating?
I don't know. That's kind of their thing. They kind of like dance, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking for the queen and she's bigger.
Yeah.
And then you'll see some bees like this that are big bees, but that's not the queen. The queen's body sticks out past her wings, almost double. And these ones, like, let's see if I can find another one.
I think that's one. Yep.
We're at.
So. Right there. Your finger's right by it.
Which one?
So
right here, there's one, and that one. Those are drones.
Yeah,
They're
there's the
real
guys.
big bodies, but you can see they have really big eyes. See the big black eyes? Those are drones. And the workers and nurse bees and all the little ones, they have the smaller eyes. They're very much, you can kind of see around all of them. They're not as pronounced.
Yep. What is that noise?
Bees.
What are they doing though?
Just buzzing. Just buzzing. The queen also very rarely will have her wings up.
See
She
some
very.
fur on that one?
Hmm?
Some fur stuff on that one. Right there.
You can see all the little hairs on them.
Yeah. The stuff that collects the pollen. That one just dived in there. See if I can get into focus.
It's very fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot there's a whole other bottom section.
Yep. There's a whole nother section of the hive down there.
Trying not to get in my way.
Okay.
Ah! Ah!
Now this one's
do that sometimes.
sometimes. This one is kind of wonky, but it's evidently there's not enough wax on this. and they're not really pulling up the foundation. Can you see that?
I don't know if it went in focus or not.
Yeah, this one's almost, because they don't have anything in there, I almost want to just scrape it off and make them start over again.
That would be mean.
Would it be?
Yeah.
But look at how it's not even. They're building on both sides.
What is that?
See how that's kind of pulling up? So they don't have anything stored in here.
Hive tool.
You can take the, yep, that's the hive tool. And we could scrape this and just kind of,
Did you eat that?
well, it's beeswax. Here, excuse me one second.
I'm not eat it, chew
Put
it.
over here. I mean, beeswax has lots of uses.
Looks like mushrooms almost. Like morel mushrooms.
Almost. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all this that they've worked so hard on. I'll set it over here. Because this would be worse if this was like all full of honey, or you'd be like, how am I going to get that out of there?
What if it was all full of brood?
The same thing. I would just leave it at that point. But out of an abundance of human eating,
That guy's like flapping wings.
I'm gonna make him redo it. Okay. Yeah, let go.
See, no, it's my home.
There you go. I'll get that one in a minute. All right. So then,
You're so vicious. You're vicious. You just knock them off.
yeah. We'll go this way. It's a little scary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once they're off, right?
Yeah.
Then I can take one of these and I can rub it on here,
So,
and that will, it'll all start smelling like their honey, like their, not their honey, their wax.
wax and blood off of it.
And that should help to encourage them to build up on this foundation, because this might just be older and it doesn't really have, or it doesn't have enough wax, or it's older wax, or older foundation.
There, I got it close up on your hand. Someone's gonna go down. They're still just sitting there.
And now it doesn't feel so plasticky when I touch it. You gotta wait.
Why can't they be on there?
Well, I don't want to rub and be hitting them. It's not that they can't be on there. Since I'm rubbing all over it,
Ooh,
I
these guys are all around us.
Is there honey in there?
I think so. I see something dark in there.
Okay. So that should help them to draw that up. So that's the 4th frame in the top one here. So when we come back next week,
Yeah.
we'll have to take a look and see if they've done a better job.
Where's your
drawing that
notebooks?
up.
Just write it down. And then we'll make sure you
Yeah.
remember.